Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. Our topic today is flood-resistant building.
Okay, my name is Antonius Febrianto Tamba.
And my name is Febriana Prima. First, I will tell you about natural disaster. Natural disasters are a series of events that disrupt people's life caused by natural factors or human factors, resulting in casualties, environmental damage, and property loss. There are natural disasters that occur at any time and cannot be predicted, for example, flood. Next. To cope with the flood can be built amphibious house. This amphibious house has a floating concept, where rainwater will be flowed along the north of the site. The water will be channeled into the reservoir under the house through the channel, and when the puddle is high enough, the house will start to float. The house floating system uses large blocks that are placed at the bottom of the building and are not visible from the street when it is not floating. Every 2 or 3 units will be attached to a set of poles that function as a barrier when the house is floating, so as not to be dragged by the water current. Next. Third, I will tell you about house on steel. The steel house has a design like an amphibious house, but there is no reservoir. The steel house is very suitable for areas that are often flooded because the design of the steel house provides more place for water absorption, so the water can directly absorb into the ground. You can see under the house there is land for infiltrasi area. Next. An example of a big natural disaster in Indonesia was the flood in Wasir, West Papua, 2018. The flood caused by forest damage due to the regional expansion and tree cutting in several surrounding areas, so that the water catchment forest began to thin out, and it was difficult to withstand the large water load due to the rain continuously. Next. Next. This is picture flood at Wasir, West Papua, 2018.
Okay, the materials, the foundation for the buoyancy of this amphibious house are plastic drums. This material is most efficiently used the house. The wall of the house unit use structural insulated panels or SIP. SIP is a material in the form of sandwich panels consisting of an insulating foam that flanked by OSB panels, made of easy wood available and easy to recycle. SIP does not require additional frame in the installation and has been working as the frame of the house itself, thereby recording the total house load. The house building stands on a wooden deck that functions as a roof of the house. It is on this deck that the house and the floating beams are built on. In the corners of the deck there are holes for the fastening poles, concrete pillars that support the house when it floods so as not to be carried away by the current. Each pole comes in a sheet consisting of 6 until 8 poles, where each sheet binds 2 until 3 housing units. The incorporation of housing units in this floating system takes into account the volume of flood water and the minimum height required for the house to float. What's interesting about the design? Floods are a problem in several big cities in Indonesia and are often a cause to make. Flood-affected areas are often wetlands or those close to rivers that are not designated and residential area. Amphibi houses are suitable to be built in flood-prone environment with a minimum height of 1 meter. In Arca research, amphibi houses are suitable to be built in flood-prone areas with a minimum height of 1 meter, because this house is designed to survive flooding by floating.
I think enough presentation for our group. Thank you. Hopefully useful. Thank you.
Thank you.